So I've only seen a couple videos that go in depth on how to actually time the 1.9 ALHs, especially when you have a tight belt, like almost all of mine have been. I have two 1.9 ALHs that get the wagon, and this is a sedan. Both of mine have been rather tight belts to get on, and in my experience, the only way I can get the belts on is by having all three idlers removed. That makes it easiest for you to be able to actually align all your timing marks on your crankshaft. You'll have this little indentation, which your pulley actually indents on. It's like a reference point. That should be pointing roughly like the lower middle corner of your pan, like right about there. You can see it's from reference to the crank pulley bolt, it's pointing to there. So it should be about there, and then you'll have a mark over top of this bolt. If you have the pre-99, you'll have a mark there. If you have later, there'll be a hole right here, and to the left of that hole, there'll be a machining reference point. Your line will line up with that. That's for the people that, I've seen a lot of people struggle with this. It's for the people that don't have a easily accessible flywheel mark or flex plate mark. So that's an easier way to find your crankshaft TDC. And then I don't use any specialty tools, but do this at your own risk. Just make sure that your camshaft, it has a journal on the back that lines up with the vacuum pump. Not a journal, but you know what I mean, like a machining slit. That slit, you want it to be completely parallel with this top mating surface of where your valve cover sits. Does that make sense? See how this is completely parallel with this. So once you have all that lined up, you'll get you a 7/30 seconds. No, it's slightly smaller, 3/16 hex bit. Or you can use, I think, the 64th above this drill bit, and it'll work as well. So 64th above 3/16, that would be 13/64. So a 13/64 drill bit will work right there. And then, you put your tensioner in. And luckily for me, whoever did this timing job before put timing marks on it. So that made it a lot easier for me to find the camshaft center. And then make sure you loosen up your 3 bolts, so that way only the center is finding. And then you want to try to get it as close to center on these 3 bolts as you can, so that way you'll have more adjustment when it comes time to program and set your actual parameter timing. But yeah, I hope this helps. I've struggled with these quite a few times. This is the easiest way I've found to do it. Remove that idler, remove that idler, then remove that idler that's right below the water pump, right there. And then you should be able to slide the belt on with all your timing marks lined up. Then slowly add your idlers back in while your tensioner is already in place. So anyway, hope that helps someone. That's how you can time a 1.9 without special tools.